beef and whatever else comes up. So to start it off, the last time we had talked and had an episode, you were living in Austin and you were just visiting.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you live here now, man. What happened?
Well, the whole thing with my dad ended up having to come back. It was some personal issues. It was just stuff that he was going through.
Yeah.
So it seemed like the right time, when we were talking, COVID wasn't a big issue either.
And it happened or it was already going on, but you're right. Right after that's when we started shutting down, like literally like weeks later.
Yeah. So I was the last person to DJ at Rad in Cruces before they started shutting everything down. So since then, COVID hit, so it kind of felt like the right time to come back. I got let go from my job in Austin, so I was like, all right, why not? So now I'm doing solar.
Did you get let go because of COVID?
No, it was.
What'd you do?
They got a new HR.
Would you violate some rule?
I shared that reggaeton mix I made.
Uh-huh.
I shared it on Facebook during company hours.
That's a weird, stupid reason.
So
I thought you were going to say you put your finger in his butt or something, like the HR guy. You're like, what? I didn't know that I couldn't do this.
Well, so they gave me a write-up on my birthday, first and foremost. So they gave me a write-up on my birthday.
Okay.
Never had my 1 year. Never had my 1 year review or anything like that. And I started May 15th of 2019. So never got my 1 year. And then they wrote me up, whatever, because they said that, I wasn't performing up to certain standards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the way that I was trained. It wasn't the way, it was more with work. It wasn't me. And then the new HR guy wanted to make a statement. So
you were the example.
Pretty much I was a scapegoat, and they were monitoring my social media platforms. So
that's crazy that we live in a world where that's like a thing now. And it totally is, right? They care about, because you're a representation of that company, even when you're off the clock, which I don't know. It's a weird kind of thing.
Yeah.
But think about how it must have been back in the day before social media, like how many CEOs or higher up people were just doing crazy stuff on the side.
Yeah.
But Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, they were suit and tie.
Yeah.
And no one ever knew. And now you do anything stupid to get any kind of recognition, the whole town knows.
Yeah. See, so it wasn't even as bad as it sounded.
Yeah, you didn't do anything bad, but I'm just saying that. So what happened? They saw the timestamp and went, why would you share this?
Yeah. They're like, you clocked in from lunch. Why was this shared at this time? And I was like, well, I just got back from lunch.
Did you know what I would have used if you didn't do this, if you actually did it? But I do this all the time. So I have always wondered that. I'm like, I wonder if someone will see and think, because you can time your posts on Facebook and Instagram. I can set something for a specific time to release. I can already set it up the night before, and I do that with the podcast.
Yeah.
And so I've always wondered that, like if my job or, whatever were to see it and they were to think that I was doing something on the clock, but in reality, I'd pre-set it up to come out.
Yeah. See, and something that they didn't they said, all right, cool, here you go. We're going to let you go as of today, blah, blah, blah. Do you have anything to say? I'm like, no. I'm like, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. I learned a lot. And
you didn't fight it? I would have fought it.
Nah, bro. Nah. My thing is if somebody doesn't want you there, I don't want to be there. And here's why. And it's just, it might be a personal thing for me, but if you don't want me there and you have issues with me or whatever, fine, whatever. But it was just good timing, because after that happened, I got a call a few weeks later. They were wanting me to go back.
Yeah.
So the way I left was on a good note. It wasn't anything bad, but and then I had to tell them, no, I can't. I'm doing some other stuff. So.
My only problem with that is the fact that any job and anything you do in life, there's going to be someone who doesn't want you there. And so I get what you're saying, holistically and where it comes from. If someone doesn't want me around, I don't want to be around them. I think that's fair. I live by that a lot. But when it comes to work, man, there's always going to be someone who doesn't like you, whatever job ever. And we can't just leave every job that someone doesn't like us.
See, and they knew I was a DJ. So the post ended up being about me and my secondary employment, is what they called it.
I just don't think that's a bad thing. And it's not like even the music that. I would be proud if I ran a company and one of my employees was doing something on the side that was impressive. Music is impressive. What you do is impressive. It's artistry. It's not like you posted up a dick pic. And they're like, you know what I mean? All right, that's fireable.
Jody Sasso.
Yeah, in your work's uniform, but just your wiener hanging out. For sure, fire that guy. I get it. But you were doing music, and that's
and it wasn't even a bad thing. It's hey, it's Friday. Here's my reggaeton mix. Turn it up.
Yeah.
If you guys are having a good day, whatever, jam out to it.
Yeah.
And then so that ended up happening. So I ended up coming back. I hit up my boy Eddie. He's a manager for NM Solar Group. So now I'm with them, and I was an installer. Now I'm the assistant GM.
So it worked out. Silver
Yeah.
lining.
Your palms are sweaty, but hit the subscribe button already. Mom's spaghetti is red like the button to which you are heading to click on. Confetti.